Welcome to Inside Sim Racing. I'm Billy Strange, and in this edition of Test Drive, I'm checking out project cars with the newly released Mercedes AMG GT3. This is the 2015 car. We're running against a field of AI 24 cars around the Brands Hatch GP circuit. My first impression of the car is that it's very nervous and inconsistent. It does not inspire a lot of confidence with me, and I'm not quite sure why that is. This could be a track and car combination. I just thought, well, the reason I picked this track was that, you know, it's one of the tracks that they run in the Blancpain series. Oops. Thought I gave the AI enough room there. Apparently not. 8 tires. It's finding out the limit of this car is just feels awkward to me. And I know this first lap we're kind of on tires that are not totally up to temp, but I think I find the spot where I feel like I understand what the car is doing, and then it's almost like it changes on me. I tried messing with some of the setup in the car, and oh, there we go. They're playing off in the gravel trap. And it was very nice of the rest of the AI to wait for me. Nope, not waiting for me now. Bonsai right into the turn. Yeah, so I mean, I played with some of the setup in the car. I'm not really going to go into it because nothing I did seemed to really change the car characteristic. I mean, it did a little bit, but it's one of those deals where you sacrifice one thing to gain another, so it never made the car very stable. I noticed that the car was bottoming out in a lot of places. I mean, I raised the car up as much as I could, and I even added some bump stop to the bottom to try to keep the car from bottoming out, because I noticed when it would hit on compression in a couple spots, it was like the car wanted to skip because it was actually bottoming out so hard. And it just didn't seem to do a whole lot. So it's very, I don't know. I've read a couple other things where people really like the car. Get underneath that guy. Yep. Goodbye, AI. And you can see me struggle, and I'm fighting with the car. It's just, I haven't quite figured out where I want to be with it. Right now, I'm kind of timid with the car because it keeps stepping out. You know, I messed up this turn the lap before. Just trying to get back into a rhythm, trying to get the car back underneath me. You can see I'm deficient in that turn because I have no confidence in the car. While I was practicing and qualifying.
What's your fastest lap so far today?
Yeah, fastest lap. In qualifying, I ran a 1:25.6. So I'm off the pace here, and it's because I've lost the confidence in the car. You know, and going back to that turn before the front straightaway there, I mean, I would push off the track and then it would get sideways, and you can't adjust the caster in the car. You also can't adjust the gear ratio as far as the final drive in the car. And from my understanding, that's for balance of performance reasons, which is fine. I just can't find the spot, that happy medium for me to really feel like I can drive the car hard but know where the limit's at. Missed the apex on the turn there. And I feel like I'm starting to get the car, like I kind of feel like I'm catching the guy in front of me. I believe that's a Bentley. You know, kind of had a little bit of a botched start because I didn't want the AI plowing into me in the first couple turns. Yep, and the back end starts to come around. I save it, so it's not like the car can't be saved. You can catch the car, but it just doesn't inspire confidence. And now I've got a car on the inside of me. Again, giving them room because they will move you over. We've got one more lap to go here. Just let them go, because like I said, they'll just move you over, and then you're just going to end up in a wreck. But he left the door open there, so we're going to take it. Try to slow him down so he can't get back underneath me. AI is at 85%. Almost lost it there. Yeah, I've tried some sway bar settings. I mean, I softened up the car a little bit. I've tried some sway bar settings, camber adjustments. Tow really isn't my issue because the forward drive isn't a problem. The car just kind of does this snap oversteer thing, and then every once in a while it just pushes the front end. So it's just hard to figure out. And now all of a sudden I feel like I know what the car's going to do. All of a sudden, like, you know, a third of the way into this lap, I felt like the car was starting to stick. So maybe it's a tire pressure thing. I didn't make a whole lot of laps with the car, but I did mess with it a bit. When you try to do Project Cars data, it doesn't, I mean, it kind of tells you, but I find that no matter what car I drive, it almost tells me the same thing every single time, no matter what car or track I drive. So then it really isn't all that useful to me. And there you have it. Comparing this car to the one in Assetto Corsa that I drove, Assetto Corsa just feels more predictable, feels more like a GT3 car, and I did run it on the Brands Hatch circuit, so it's just, I don't know, it's unsettled. It's not my favorite car to run, where when I played the Assetto Corsa version, I really enjoyed the car. And this may be just a personal preference. Understand and take this with a grain of salt. Brands Hatch is not my best track, so if you love Brands Hatch, maybe then the Mercedes will suit you quite well in the GT3 class. But yeah, that's a nice look at the, well, somewhat of a nice look at the Mercedes AMG. Free car. Free is always good. And now from the community, and my Rallycross video from Dirt Rally, Keeper of Pork says, the AI is a mixed bag in Rallycross. I find myself thrashing them in the supercars, but with this and the minis, he's talking about the 1600s, they put up a very good fight sometimes. Weird. I really wish they would add Group B Rallycross though. I agree. I find it easier with the higher horsepower cars myself to get around the tracks and to race at a higher and competitive level. With the 1600s, especially with the front-wheel drive cars, which is not my cup of tea, I find myself struggling a little bit to keep pace. Thanks so much for the comment. If you want to be a part of the community, go ahead and leave a comment below. Have you tried the Mercedes AMG on Project Cars? Have you tried it in another sim? Let me know down below. Also, if you'd like to suggest a car and or track for our test drive series, please leave those below as well. Always enjoy looking at those submissions. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you found this enjoyable. Hopefully you did. And keep an eye on your feed for more Project Cars coverage from Inside Sim Racing. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.